Okay, here is a quick tutorial on how to do the butterfly stitch. So as you can see, I've already got two little strings as indicated here and here. So I am on row, well, it says 12, but it's really row 13. So I'm on row 13 and I'm doing my last little strand across to create, well, it's called the butterfly stitch, but these are supposed to be bees. So it's the bee stitch right now. So I'm going to pull my yarn in front, and then there's 7 across. So I'm going to just slip 7 purlwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yikes, 6 and 7. And then to end my row, I'm going to put it back across, making sure not to pull it too tight or leave it too loose. It's gotta, kind of have to get a feel for, I mean, it's kind of like if you're doing Fair Isle, kind of that tension a little bit. I'm going to knit 1 to end the row. Okay, so now I am starting a new row. Excuse my mismatched needles. I lost one of my square needles, so you know how it goes. Okie dokie. So I am starting row 14 now, which says row 13 on my sheet, because I'm smart and I know how to count. Okay. So for this row, it's knitting everyone except for when you complete the butterfly or the bee stitch. So I'm going to knit to this point. And we want to put our stitch in the middle of the bee. And there's 7 stitches, so the middle would be 1, 2, 3, and stitch number 4 is the center. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my, I know this is kind of confusing because I'm working with DPNs and they're all over the place. I'm going to take my right hand needle, go under these 3 strands, kind of lift them up here, and I'm going to knit 1, and then I'm going to put it back through, being careful not to drop that stitch that I just knit, and then finish off that. So it creates the butterfly, or in this case the bee, and it will look like that. But when the sock is worn, that's what they look like. Those are your bees and your honeycombs. So this bee kind of got fat, but whatever, he's cute, we still love him. So there it is. And if you have any more questions, there's a ton of other tutorials on YouTube on how to do the butterfly stitch. If mine doesn't make sense, but the first time you do it, you're like, what? But it's not that confusing once you get going. So anyway, let me know if you have any other questions about the butterfly stitch or any other stitches that I use in the pattern.